Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a Blake Lively inspired fishtail braid. I'll show you guys a picture so you guys know what I'm talking about. But I just love Blake Lively and I've been wanting to do this look for a really long time. So that is what I'm doing today. So to start off, I am just picking out the pieces around my face, and then I'm going to separate this hair into 3 sections. And first I'm just going to break it off into 2 sections and then split the top section into 2, and then I'm gonna clip these back and go from there. Okay, so for each section, I am just clipping it back and putting it behind my head so that I don't get mixed up on which strand I'm working on. But for the one closest to my face, I just start off with a fishtail braid super loosely, meaning I don't pull it really tight because I don't want this to look very defined. I want this whole look to just look sort of messy. So I pick out the pieces that I don't want in the braid, and then I continue on to do a just regular fishtail braid. So taking one piece from each side and just crossing it over the top. And then I will continue to do the fishtail braid all the way down until the pieces get too thin. And then I just continue on with a regular braid until I have maybe about 2 inches from the bottom. So because this is supposed to look really messy and worn, I'm just kind of roughing up the braid a little bit by taking my hands and rubbing them backwards, like towards my head, if that makes sense. And then I am just pulling out a couple of pieces from the braid to make it look a little bit thicker. So basically you're just going to want to rough the braid up. And now that I am done with that one, I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Alright, so now I'm pulling out the bottom chunk of the 3 strands, and for this one, basically you just want to make this look like super messy hair. So the way that I'm going to do it is braid it and then pull it out like crazy so that you can barely even tell that it's a braid. So this part is just going to serve as the bed that we place the top 2 fishtail braids on top of. Right here in this part, that little chunk was a little bit too short for me to continue on with the braid. So I just decided to add a little bit of hair from the other part, and you really can't tell. So if you find that that happens to you, just add some hair from another strand and continue braiding down. Alright, so now I have taken the two fishtail braids and roughed them up a little bit, pulled them out some more just to my liking. This is really just personal preference. And then for the bottom half of these, I am just separating 3 strands from the total of 2 braids, if that makes sense. So I'm basically combining this braid together into one braid. So I just split it up into 3 parts, and then I start doing a regular braid all the way down. So now is where I start combining all of the braids together, but before I do that, I decided that my bottom braid was not pulled out enough, so I'm just going to tug on these pieces just a bit more to make it even fluffier and bigger. My bangs out of my face so that I can continue on with the combining of the braids. And then I'm also just going to touch up my other side of the hair and get that how I like it as well. So to combine the braids, I'm going to first start off just combining the 2 smaller fishtail braids, and how I do that is almost like how you would sew something. So I take the 2 braids and I get a bobby pin and I just weave it throughout the 2 braids. So that might be a little bit easier when you just watch me do it, but first I'm combining the fishtail braids and then I'll combine all 3 of them. So I normally wouldn't want the bobby pins to be showing that much, so when you do it, just try and have them not show quite that much, but again, I didn't have a mirror, so it's all good. Alright, so that is the finished look, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will definitely be posting more tutorials in the near future, so if you have any requests, leave them down below, and please subscribe and like. It would mean so much to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!